For an online banking account, the minimum security standards require passwords to have 2 letters followed by 5 digits. So when picking your password, all letters and digits may be used more than once. How many passwords are possible? So this is a fundamental counting principle question because you have decisions to make. You actually have 7 decisions. Now, when you're showing your work for these questions, draw the spaces to represent your decisions, and then underneath them, do a little bit of an explanation of what each of those decisions were. In this case, it's a letter, letter, digit, 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 digit. That is enough of an explanation. It can be simple like that. We have letters followed by digits. Now this question asks you to have a command of the English language. How many letters are there in the alphabet? 26. So for your first letter, you have 26 choices. You can use letters more than once. So for your second decision, you have 26 choices. How many digits are there? 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, plus 0.
I just remember from whenever I go to the ATM.
A digit is a number. We call the other things letters. Letters and digits. Right? You also call your fingers digits, but that's different. And so if we multiply this all out, right, this would not be a good one to draw a tree diagram for. 67,600,000 different passwords. So if someone tried to guess yours, they probably wouldn't guess right. Okay? Although guess whose password this one is? You're right! Sometimes when you choose your password, you choose something that you think is easy to remember, which also might be something that someone else can easily pick out and figure out. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. So, questions for practice on this one, but we're going to do another example. 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 16. I know, my goodness, my goodness. No, we got one more. We got one more example that we're going to work through together as a class. You have been recently promoted, soon to be fired, but we'll say recently promoted to CEO. You don't have to write this down. This is just class discussion of Subway. You decide to revolutionize Subway by, instead of having people choose their things as they go, to make a menu with every single sub possible listed. So if you were going to make such a menu, I mean, you think it would make things so much easier because a person could just come in and say, I would like item number 72 on the menu, and then it could just get made instead of having to ask all the questions. No, they would have the manual to make all the subs. So what we have to find out is, how big is the Subway menu going to be? Let's think about how many decisions you have to make when you order a sub. What's the first decision you need to make? Bread. Okay? After you choose your bread, You have your sub choices that are up on the menu, right? So you pick which sub you're going to pick. Right? And then what happens? Cheese. And then toasted. So your veggies are all separate, right? So we have, how many veggies are there? At least 8? Okay.
But then there's sauce.
Well, we'll get there. So there's veggies. 8, we'll say there's 8 kinds of veggies. Yeah, we got cheese. Veggie 1, veggie 2, veggie 3, veggie 4, veggie 5, veggie 6, veggie 7, veggie 8. What do you choose next? Sauces. How many sauces are there? 10 sauces? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These are all sauces. Anything else? Salt and pepper.
Cookies.
Cookies or drinks?
We got toasted up there. We've got salt and pepper. So, is there anything else? I think that's everything for that's on your sub. How many bread choices are there? 6?
Yeah, something like 6.
How many sub things are on the menu?
Like 12.
12?
No, there's more than 12. There's like 20.
20? How many choices of cheese? 4. And you could also choose no cheese. 5. Toasted or not toasted? Not burnt. That's not an option. Just 2. Veggies. For each veggie, you have it or not. So you have 2 choices for each veggie. For each sauce, you have 2 choices. Salt, pepper, salt and pepper, or none.
Well, you can get salt or pepper or the salt and pepper. They have 3.
Or none.
They have a mix.
If
I
you
was
wanted to
always
make it a
wondering why
meal.
they never put pepper when I say salt and pepper.
6 times 20 times 5 times 4 times how many 2s do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
That's how many choices you go to Subway.
So now you decided to print out this menu. 6 times 20. This is why you don't have your CEO job for very long. Because you think, oh, this will revolutionize Subway. I'll just make a menu with a billion different options. So that way when you come in, you're like, I just can't decide between 953,807 or 8,502,482. What would you recommend? And then the worker would have the big manual with all billion options and flip to the page and go, oh, you wanted that one. I made one of those 3 weeks ago. I'm pretty good at it.
Mr. Deere, what was your first job?
Working for my dad.
Have you ever worked at
So what I would like to do someday, okay, I would like to have someone make a video of going into Subway, ordering the veggie sub on whichever kind of bread, doesn't matter. When they ask if you'd like cheese, you say no. Toasted, then say yes. To all the veggies on your veggie sub, you say no. You then say yes to every sauce.
Okay, I've made a pizza like that.
The every sauce sub.
I've